James Harris produced the incredible figures of 9 for 34, the 7th best in the history of the first-class game for Middlesex, who raced to a 187-run victory over Durham on the last morning of their LV County Championship match at Lord's. 18 wickets had fallen on day 3, which left Durham on 24 for 2, as they look to get to 259 to make it 3 wins from 3 this season. Game on! Perhaps not. Harris from the nursery end struck with his 9th delivery of day 4. Michael Richardson embarrassed when 2 stumps were knocked flat after shouldering arms. That was just the start Harris and his team needed, and it got better. The former Glamorgan player, ignoring the strong wind, trapped Callum McLeod in front at the start of his 3rd over. Harris had all 4 wickets to fall now, and he had the 11th 5-wicket haul of his career very next ball. Paul Collingwood lunging forward but still playing on. Durham were on 34 for 5 and Harris was on fire, missing out on a hat-trick by a fraction as Phil Mustard was beaten. Remember, Middlesex themselves had been dismissed for 89 after deciding not to enforce a follow-on, a risk which hadn't backfired after all when Mustard edged who else but Harris to James Franklin, the bowler now with the 2nd 10-wicket match haul of his career. 38 for 6 became 39 for 7 as Scott Borthwick, who'd watched the mayhem ensue from the non-striker's end, gave Harris wicket number 7, a pumped-up Adam Voges with the safe hands. So could Harris take all 10? That was a possibility, as his partner Stephen Finn found the edge of Usman Arshad's bat, only for the ball to fall short of the slips. But a 10-for was out of the question when Arshad edged onto his pad to Sam Robson to leave with a total on 43 for 8. As a 17-year-old, Harris claimed his best figures of 7 for 66. He's 25 next week, and his hard work over the winter was rewarded further when he had John Hastings plumb in front at 53 for 9. Harris, remember, only had the new ball because of Tim Murtaugh's hamstring injury. 18 were added for the last wicket, but Harris was not going to be denied. Chris Rushworth edged behind, and Harris had figures of 9 for 34, the best ever against Durham and the 7th best for Middlesex. His match figures were 13 for 103, his best ever, unsurprisingly. Durham were all out in a flash for 71. That meant a loss by 187 runs, Middlesex winning for the 2nd time in succession after chasing down 402 in Somerset last week. Harris took 7 for 21 in 8.1 overs on this day and now has 26 wickets from 3 championship matches this summer. Sussex will not be too happy to face him next from Sunday. Durham will be more pleased to return home to take on Nottinghamshire also from Sunday.